Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you're all doing well, inshallah. So this is the final video. I know I said in the previous vlog that I'm going to do two videos. One on how to deal with post-Umrah blues, and then another on tips for those visiting the Haramain. However, I decided just to put it all in one video as opposed to doing two separate videos, and just inshallah conclude the Umrah vlog. First of all, just want to thank all of you for following this vlog. I know I've received a lot of positive feedback. People have really enjoyed these vlogs, alhamdulillah. And inshallah, as in, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I hope to inshallah do some more vlogs in the future on different things, as in I'm thinking of different ideas. If you have any suggestions, please comment on this video, inshallah, and send those suggestions to me. So anyway, coming to the tips on Umrah. The first tip that I'll give is, when you're in the Haramain, before you get to Mecca, it's vital that you set yourself some goals. Ensure that you know what you're trying to achieve over there. So goals meaning how many pages of Quran you want to recite every day, how much dua, how many times are you going to, or how many minutes, shall I say, you're going to spend in dua, how many tawafs you're going to do. So set yourself some goals, inshallah, and connected to this is make a timetable. Okay, so this is like it's part of the first tip. Okay, so when you make yourself goals, that should translate into a timetable of some sort, where you jot down when exactly you are going to spend time in the masjid. My recommendation is that you spend most of the time in the masjid if you can. It is difficult, everyone has different circumstances and scenarios. Generally what I like to do, I go for Dhuhr, spend a bit of time after Dhuhr, sometimes stay between Dhuhr and Asr in the masjid. Then after Asr I'll go relax a bit in the hotel, and then between Maghrib Isha you stay in the masjid as well. This is my personal preference. Definitely what I would say though, between Maghrib Isha definitely stay in the masjid, because it's very short time, and most people tend to stay in the masjid anyway. So if you wanna keep your spot in the masjid, then the trick is to stay in the masjid, inshallah. So that's the first tip. Make sure you have goals. Try to finish one khatam of the Quran, and use this time to reflect as well on your life, on your spirituality, what you're doing in life, where you're heading in terms of your spirituality, inshallah. The next thing I would say is, number 2, when you leave for the masjid for salah, right? So when you leave the hotel to go to salah, make sure you leave early. So this is tip number 2. Make sure you leave early, well before salah time. So if adhan time is, let's say, Isha adhan is 7:15, don't leave at 7 o'clock, right? You're asking for trouble. As in, I've already said that you should stay between Maghrib and Isha, but aim to leave, I would say, half an hour to 45 minutes before salah time, before the adhan goes. Because what happens is, because everyone leaves last minute, you have an influx of people that are leaving your hotel at the same time, and as a result the lifts are always busy at that time. So there are peak times when the lifts are really, really busy. So ensure that you leave well beforehand, and that will allow you to get space as well in the masjid. In terms of salah time and adhan times, I would recommend go to the Haramain Facebook page. So if you've got Facebook, then go to the Haramain, Al-Haramain, or it's just called Haramain Info, something like that. Yeah, Haramain Info. Go on their Facebook page, and every day they post the adhan times for both Makkah and Madinah. If you don't have Facebook, then maybe they might have it on their website. I've never checked on the website, but you can check their website out as well. Tip number 3 is, always carry a bag that you take into the masjid, whether in Makkah or Medina. Always carry a bag for your shoes. Never ever leave your shoes on the racks, because if you do that, you're not going to see them again, most likely. Okay, it's happened to me many times before. So I would recommend that you have a bag maybe one of those string bags where you put your slippers in there. You can put other stuff in there as well. That way your slippers will always be safe, your shoes will always be safe. Tip number 4 is ensure that you have a power bank, okay? And this is kind of connected to the next tip as well, which is tip number 5. Make sure you have a phone that is unlocked and you have a SIM, okay, a Saudi SIM, a Saudi number. You will need it to keep in touch with your family, your friends, whoever you've gone with your group. So make sure you have a Saudi SIM, you have some minutes and data. It's very important. And power bank, going back to tip number 4 now, power bank is very important because if your phone dies, etc., then your loved ones can't get in touch with you, your friends, family, etc., can't get in touch with you. And if you get lost, if you're going for the first time, it's even more necessary that you have a Saudi SIM as well as a power bank. So that's tip number 4 and tip number 5. There are many other things that I would mention, but maybe I think I will suffice on these 5 tips, inshallah. Yeah, inshallah. The key thing is, I would say, try not to waste time, minimize wasting time. I'll add another tip as well, tip number 6. Do all your shopping in Medina. Medina has more shops when it comes to abayas for women, when it comes to thobes for men, when it comes to date shopping. Do it all in Medina, especially date shopping, because there is no shops around the Haram in Mecca. As far as I'm aware, it's very limited to buy dates. There are a few here and there, the very expensive ones, but all the date markets, etc., that I mentioned in my previous vlogs, they are all in Medina. So yeah, keep all your shopping in Medina. Spend less time in the marketplaces, in the shopping centers, etc. I know there's a fancy shopping center opposite the Haram in Mecca, but minimize your time. They only go there for eating. Food places, that's the spot to go. The food court in the Zamzam Tower, the clock tower. On the 3rd floor they've got a food court. That's the most convenient place to go to eat. In Medina, when it comes to eating, you can add this tip number 7 now. So eating places. So tip number 7 is eating places. In Mecca, go to the clock tower. There's plenty of places there, and it's the most convenient as well in terms of distance. In Medina, the best place to go is near Bilal Masjid. If you're looking for Indian, Pakistani food, best place is to go near Bilal Masjid, which is on the Qibla side of the Haram. So where I was staying, actually, that was very close to Bilal Masjid, so you can go there. That's the best place for cheap Indian food. Other than that, you got your usual KFC, which I showed near Masjid Ghamama in my previous vlogs. You got KFC, you got Hardee's, etc. But you get fed up with that type of food. You know, you need your curries and your rice and your home food. Yeah, that's what I'll say. So these are 7 tips. So those are the 7 tips that I would like to share with all of you. Like I said, it's not an exhaustive list, but these are some tips that can help you. Always ensure that you liaise with the group that you're going with, if you are going in a group. If not, if you do have any particular questions and advices, then you can always just comment on this video, inshallah, and I will get back to you. Finally, because this is the last video, I would like to thank all of you once again for joining me on this vlog, on this journey. I'm glad many of you have enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you press the bell icon so you're aware of whenever I post. And also another thing with regards to post Umrah blues, is something natural. My best tip that I would give is use that time to plan your next trip to Umrah, and that will kind of allow you to overcome the post Umrah depression that people go through. Make sure you get busy straight away. Don't, obviously I know people are tired after the journey, etc., but make sure you get back into your routine straight away. Otherwise you're gonna miss it even more. And spend a lot of time in the masjid. Use that time to reflect on what you have taken back from Makkah and Madinah, which is the love of Allah and the love of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that's the best way to overcome the post Umrah blues, inshallah. So once again, jazakumullah khairan, and until next time, Make sure you follow my khutbahs that I post on my YouTube channel, my durus, tafsir dars, my hadith dars. Make sure you're following that. And in terms of vlogs, inshallah, maybe soon I will post something. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.